The youth had curled up on a short bench in front of the fire and fallen asleep. With his dirty, small face relaxed on his cushioning hands, Tristo looked even younger than the 15 summers he claimed. Wareth, the Vigak cavalry scout, resettled his broken arm in its sling.
"Ah, you can't leave him behind. You'd crush him."
"But we're putting together a troop of skilled fighters," Kodak argued. "Tristo can't ride and can't shoot. Fuck, he's never held a real sword. He'd just be an encumbrance, and it would be murder."
Both Kodak and Wareth looked to Thalen for a ruling.
"This is how it's going to be from now on. 1,000 decisions, from trivial things to matters of life and death. I didn't ask for this role."
Nevertheless, Thalen found himself the leader of this small group, a group he thought of as the original survivors. Thalen was the one who had hatched the plan of invading Oromondo with a tiny strike force to terrorize their enemy's native land in hopes that such an incursion would lift the occupation of the Free States. So he turned his blue eyes on the sleeping street urchin he'd known for about 3 weeks since they met amongst the corpses after the battle. Tristo's collarbone had healed quickly, and the lad had not complained once during their voyage.
"We are all taking a suicidal gamble," Thalen said slowly. "Tristo has as much of a right to make his life count as the rest of us. As to what he'd contribute, he offers something just as valuable as fighting skills. We've all seen how resourceful he is. If he wants to come, I want him with us."
It might have been a quirk of the fire shadows, but Thalen thought he saw the sleeping boy's mouth twitch up at the corners. Free Staters had lost many kin in the battle they now self-derisively called the Rout, and in the days thereafter, Oro soldiers had rampaged farther east, burning, looting, enslaving, and raping. The friends Thalen had left behind in Sutterdam had fanned rumours of Thalen's plans. Men who escaped followed these murmurs about Thalen's gamble to Yosta. Free Staters' humiliation, desire for revenge, and willingness to do anything to rid their countries of these conquerors led to a crowd of men jostling outside the 3 Coins Inn the next morning. The first person in line turned out to be the 3 Coins' own man of all work.
"I want to go with you,"
he said.
"We need to engage professional soldiers," said Kodak. "Have much experience in that line?"
"A bit. Give us a chance, won't you?"
The 4 original survivors exchanged glances.
"Just a chance," urged the man. "It's only fair."
"Auditions in the yard out back?"
Thalen asked his comrades.
"All right,"
agreed Kodak. He turned to the applicant.
"We'll test your fencing and archery."
Thalen watched from a back window. Tristo ran about drawing a rough target on the woodshed wall. In the meantime, Wareth, who couldn't fight with his broken arm, offered the candidate his own sword. Kodak pushed his sleeves out of his way, pulled on the gauntlet tucked through his belt, and slashed the air a few times to warm up. Then he turned to the inn employee.
"Whenever you're ready."
The man grabbed Wareth's sword too tightly. He raised it over his head two-handed, treating it as if it were an axe, and rushed at Kodak, yelling, "Ah!" Kodak stepped forward, his sword blocking the overhead blow at a diagonal. He pushed outward in such a way that his attacker's own momentum carried his sword wildly to the outside, while Kodak deftly circled his point to the man's throat. The inn-worker scowled with embarrassment. Tristo broke the uncomfortable moment, coming forward to put his hand on the applicant's sleeve.
"It's not fair, you know. Only soldiers like this sergeant get fencing lessons, and they practice for years. You've got something more special. You've got guts. Maybe you do us a service? I need paint for this target here.